Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 10th of May 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this session and what are the things we can note down in our notebooks. So before we start, these are the topics we are going to cover in this session. Like I got international, national news and state news for you. After that, I'll discuss some banking, finance and science and tech news with you. After that, I'll discuss the sports news, important days, appointments, and resignations. We will discuss about the ranks and reports, very important, obituary and awards. And after that, we will summarize that what we have learned so far in this session. First, before we start, so the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first news that we have today with us is Climeworks opened world's largest DAC plus S plant, Mammoth in Iceland. So Mammoth used to be named an animal that was lived on Earth during the Ice Age. Looks like an elephant, but quite big in size. So now they have particularly started the world's largest DAC plus S plant named Mammoth in Iceland. So let's talk about this one. So Swiss startup Climeworks AG opened the world's largest operational direct air capture and storage plant. So what is the work of this particular plant? It is the largest operational direct air capture and storage plant, Mammoth in Iceland. Iceland is a country that is situated in the northern side of North Atlantic, just besides the Greenland, and it is the part of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, the part of Mid-Atlantic Ridge that has come above the surface of water. Iceland is the part of that. So Mammoth, the second DSC plus S plant by Climeworks, is 10 times bigger than Orca. The world's first DAC plus S plant opened in Iceland in 2021. So Mammoth is the second DAC plant and it is 10 times bigger than the Orca. Orca is also a name given to a type of a whale, Orca whale. And world's first DAC plus S plant was opened in the same country, that is Iceland, in 2021. Now it is the second one. The plant, built in modular design, will be completed by the end of 2024 and has capacity to capture up to 36,000 tons of carbon dioxide per annum. So I hope now you are able to understand that what is the purpose of this type of direct air capture and storage plant. It uses renewable geothermal energy for the air capture process and aims to reduce the cost of CO2 removal technology to $400 to 600 per ton by 2030 and $200 to 350 by 2040. So which particular energy does it use? So it uses the energy called geothermal energy. As we know that Iceland is a country with lot of volcanoes, volcanic eruptions, and wherever you will find volcanoes, volcanic eruptions, a possibility is there that you will also find geothermal energy. Like in India, you will find the geothermal energy in the Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh, and where you can find some geothermal energy plants and hot springs and all that. So Iceland is basically using the geothermal energy to operate this plant. And what is the purpose? To reduce the carbon dioxide emission and to capture the carbon dioxide emission in the environment. India contributes $5 lakh to UN Trust Fund for counter-terrorism. So Indian permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Ruchira Kamboj, presented a voluntary financial contribution of $5 lakh to the UN Trust Fund for counter-terrorism. This contribution aims to support UNOCT global programs focusing on countering financing of terrorism and countering terrorist travel program. With this latest contribution, India's cumulative financial support to the trust fund reaches $2.55 million. India reaffirms its commitment to international cooperation in countering terrorism, actively supporting programs combating terrorism since 2018. So remember that India has contributed $5 lakh to the UN trust funds. Mumbai and Delhi among 50 wealthiest cities of the world. So we discussed in the last session also, in which we discussed about that particular report of the wealthiest cities in the world have been asked, and Mumbai, Delhi have been listed among the top 50 wealthiest cities in the world. If we talk about this one, then New York is the wealthiest city. USA is the richest country in the world because it has total 11 wealthiest cities in itself. So the wealthiest city reports 2024 by Henley and Partners, and New World Wealth ranked Mumbai 24th and Delhi 37th. This ranking reflects India's sustained economic growth. The inclusion of these cities highlights their significant economic contribution. So remember, Mumbai and Delhi among the 50 wealthiest cities of the world. India's first commercial utility scales BESS project received regulatory approval. So India's first commercial standalone battery energy storage system project has received regulatory approval from the Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission. Project developed by BSES Rajdhani Power Limited in partnership with India Grid Trust and the Global Energy Alliance for People and Planet will be installed at BRPL 33 by 11 kilowatt Kilokari substation in Delhi. Supported by GEAPP's concessional loans covering 70% of the total project cost. The initiative aims to achieve 1 gigawatt of BESS commitment in India by 2026. So remember, what is the commitment of India is to achieve 1 gigawatt of BESS, aligning India's goal of deploying 47 GW of BESS by 2032. The project will commence operations within 18 to 20th month and will feature cutting-edge technology for a cleaner, more sustainable energy future, offering cost-effective annual tariff of rupees 57.6 lakh per megawatt, which is 55% lower than the previous benchmark. So remember, India's first commercial utility scale BESS project received regulatory approval. Just to add, recently, the first of its kind, the traditional medicine centers to be opened in Jamnagar with the help of WHO. And apart from that, if we talk about, so recently, India is also working towards manufacturing the semiconductor hub and lithium iron battery hub in India. Pusatia Chepara Ginirvin, new green lynx spider discovered from Rajasthan. So this is the name. And the Atul Bodke, a Daryapur-based archaeologist, has identified a new green lynx spider species named Pusatia Chepara Ginirvin from Tal Chapar Wildlife Sanctuary in Churu district, Rajasthan. So a new kind of lynx spider has been discovered. And if you can remember this name, you should. Apart from it, recently a new type of blue ant was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh. A new type of eel was discovered in Odisha. A particular snake that has been named after Leonardo DiCaprio, the famous Hollywood actor, has been discovered in Western Himalayas. And now a lynx spider has been discovered in Rajasthan, Churu district in the Tal Chapar Wildlife Sanctuary. To add to this, one more thing we can add. Recently, the Iberian lynx, it is a kind of a cat family species, was under endangered list in IUCN. Now it has been listed in the vulnerable list and it has been delisted from the endangered species recently. The new species was named after the Tal Chapar, where it was discovered by Nirmala Kumari and Vinod Kumari. The spider found on green leaves of the babool tree is nocturnal and feeds on small insects. Specimens have been deposited in the entomology lab at the University of Rajasthan, Jaipur, and were identified and described in the spider research lab at J.D. Patil Sangludkar Mahavidyalaya, Daryapur in Amravati district, Maharashtra. So remember, a new type of lynx spider has been discovered in Rajasthan. Uttarakhand launches Pirul Lao Paisa Pao campaign to combat forest fires. So recently, Bambi Bucket operation was conducted by the Indian Air Force in the Uttarakhand forests when the forest fire particularly creating devastation in the Uttarakhand forests. And now the Uttarakhand government under the chief ministership of Mr. Pushkar Singh Dhami has launched the Piru Lao Paisa Pao. So what is this Piru Lao? So you can see in this photo, the woman, they are carrying a bundle of leaves or the part of for vegetations over their head. So basically, pirul is a kind of a vegetation that occurs or that particularly cultivates in the forest areas, and it has a leaves which get dried very soon and very high chance of getting fire in itself. So Uttarakhand government has initiated the Peru Lao Paisa Pao campaign to address forest fires. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami launched the campaign in Rudraprayag district on 8th May 2024. The campaign encourages public participation and involves cooperatives, Yuva Mangal Dal, and Van Panchayat. The initiative aims to reduce forest fires by utilizing pine needles for economic benefits. So remember, Uttarakhand launches the Piru Lao Paisa Pao campaign to combat forest fires. ICG and JCP signed MOU to enhance indigenous content in shipbuilding. So on 7th May, the Indian Coast Guard signed a memorandum of understanding with Jindal Steel and Power Limited to ensure the supply of indigenous marine grade steel for shipbuilding. MOU stipulates benefits like quality, grades, and dimensions, designates steel plants to manufacture the product, ensuring timely supply for ICG shipbuilding yards. Agreement highlights the significance of public-private partnerships in addressing complex security challenges. MOU was signed by Inspector General H.K. Sharma, Deputy Director General, Material and Maintenance, ICG, and S.K. Pradhan, Chief Marketing Officer, GSPL in New Delhi. So this has been done under the memorandum that ICG, that the Indian Coast Guard, and GSP has signed an indigenous shipbuilding program. What is GSP? Jindal Steel and Power Limited. Yes Bank partnered with eBanks to empower cross-border commerce in India. So Yes Bank Limited has partnered with eBanks to streamline cross-border payment processing and enhance global commerce opportunities for international merchants and Indian customers. So remember that Yes Bank has been partnered with the eBanks to empower the cross-border commerce. The partnership will leverage eBank's global experience in the cross-border payments and Yes Bank digital prowess to provide scalable payment solution aligned with regulatory guidelines. It includes comprehensive range of local payment methods such as unified payment interface and cards across all locally available networks. The collaboration aims to benefit merchants, consumers, and the broader digital ecosystem in India beyond by leveraging technological innovations and regulatory compliance. So remember that Yes Bank has partnered with eBanks to empower the cross-border commerce in India. NPCI issues guidelines for merchant acquisition on Bhim Aadhaar Pay. So National Payment Corporation of India issued guidelines shifting the responsibility of verifying merchant details onto acquiring banks for Bharat interface for money Aadhaar Pay. Acquiring banks are mandated to verify merchant details, assign appropriate merchant category codes, and ensure the cash withdrawal transactions are not allowed on the BAP service merchant. So NPCI has issued guidelines for the merchant acquisition on Bhim Aadhaar Pay. Banks are responsible for monitoring merchant activity, including onboarding, transactions monitoring, and training, and must have a board approved policy in place for merchant acquisition. Merchants associated with an acquiring bank on BAP can accept payments from customers of any bank via biometric authentication. So NPCI has issued the guidelines for merchant acquisition on Bhim Aadhaar. Security Exchange Board of India mandates standardized periodic reporting for investment advisors. So SEBI mandated investment advisors to submit periodic reports for half-yearly periods ending on 30th September and March 31 of every financial year. These reports will include details such as shareholding pattern, IAASB membership number, SEBI registration number, complaint filed against the IA, and social media handles. SEBI has developed a standardized periodic format for submission of information by investing advisors, following recommendations from the Industry Standard Forum. For the half-yearly period ending 31st March 2024, Investment advisors must submit the periodic report within 15 days from the date of IAASB's circular insurance. So remember that SEBI has mandated standardized periodic reporting for investment advisors. South India Bank signed MOU with the Northern Arc Capital to get new benchmark in the financial sector. So South India Bank Limited has signed a memorandum with the Northern Arc Capital Limited to explore and maximize the commercial prospects or by combining effort in loan origination, underwriting, disbursement collection, and reconciliation procedures. So remember one more memorandum or collaboration, that is South India Bank Limited coming together with the Northern Arc Capital. MOU focus on co-lending partnership lending activities, facilitating seamless loan transfer between banks and originators. This cooperation will allow South India Bank to use Northern Arc unique technology platform (NPOS) to interact with the numerous originators for loan origination, underwriting, disbursement, and reconciliation. Both organizations aim to explore pioneering innovative solutions and set new benchmarks within the financial industry. So South India Bank has signed a memorandum with the Northern Arc Capital. Sri Lanka inks 20-year power purchase deals with the Adani Green Energy. So recently the Sri Lankan government has approved a 20-year power purchase agreement with Adani Green Energy. Agreement involves the development of wind power station in Manar and Punerin. Adani Green Energy will receive 8.62 cents per kilowatt hour for the electricity generated. Sri Lankan cabinet gave the green light to this agreement on May 7th. So recently, Adani Group is in news once again, as they are particularly in the agreement with the Sri Lankan government to provide 20-year power purchase agreement. Under this, they are going to develop wind power stations in Manar and Punerin. And what will be the charge by Adani Green Energy? So the charge will be 8.26 cents per kilowatt hour. So to calculate that in rupees, you can know that one particular dollar is equivalent to 100 cents. And in that category, you can know that what would be the meaning of 8.26 cents per kilowatt hour in Indian rupees. So Sri Lankan government is under agreement with the Adani Green Energy. Adani Defense Group was also in collaboration with the Edge Group of UAE for the indigenous development of missiles recently. Recently, Asia's richest person was declared, and that was Mr. Gautam Adani. And also, if we talk about the world's richest person category, then he is on 11th position. RBI GSEC buyback results and market dynamics. So Reserve Bank of India conducted a buyback of government securities, offering total 17,384.552 crore were received, but only 10,513 crore were accepted. The notified amount of the buyback was 40,000 crore. Market analysts suggest that higher price offered by banks led to the rejection of some offers. So under this, remember that RBI GSEC buyback results and market dynamics, the particular data has been recovered by the RBI. Enhancing global commerce opportunities, Yes Bank and eBank's partnership. So Yes Bank is partnering with eBanks, a global fintech firm specializing in payment solutions. The collaboration aims to provide scalable payment solution to merchants. We just discussed about this one. So remember that Yes Bank is coming together with the eBanks for the global commerce opportunities, enhancing the global commerce opportunity. It is expected to expand global commerce opportunities for merchants and customers in India. SBI Quarter 4 report highlights strong performance and improved asset quality. So SBI reported its highest standalone quarterly net profit at rupees 20,698 crore. Strong performance was driven by a surge in non-interest income and effective cost management. There was also a favorable adjustment in the asset provisions. The report highlights SBI improved asset quality and financial health. So under the Quarter 4, SBI has reports highlights the strong performance and improved asset quality recently. India's fiscal update, 2023-2024 deficit and revenue surge. So India's fiscal deficit for the year ending March 2024 is expected to be better than the projected. Deficit is anticipated to be slightly better than the estimated 17.35 trillion rupees. Increased tax receipts and bolstered non-tax revenue contribute to this optimistic outlook. The official announcement regarding the fiscal deficit is scheduled for May 31st. So remember, the India fiscal update deficit amount is going to be less than what is projected earlier. IREDA established subsidiary in Gift City, Gujarat. So IREDA has formed a subsidiary named IREDA Global Green Energy Finance, and the subsidiary is located in the International Financial Service Center in Gift City, Gujarat, that is Gandhinagar. The move aims to leverage global financial markets for renewable energy growth in India. It is expected to support the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy objectives. So remember, IREDA established the subsidiary in the Gift City, that is Gujarat. Bharti Enterprises sells ICICI Lombard shares for 663 crore. Transactions overview. So recently, Bharti Enterprises sold 38.50 lakh shares of ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company for 663 crore. The sales reduced Bharti Enterprises' stake in ICICI Lombard from 2.43% to 1.63%. So basically, they have sold their stakes and they have lessened their stakes from 2.43% to 1.63%. Concurrently, ICICI Bank increased its stake in ICICI Lombard to 551.7% by purchasing 21 lakh shares. The transactions were conducted through open market operations. So remember, Bharti Enterprises sells ICICI Lombard shares for 663 crore. Transactions overview. Springer Nature and DAE signed transformative agreement to drive open research. So Springer Nature Group has signed a transformative agreement with the Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India, to promote open access principles and remove barriers to the dissemination of scholarly research. So remember, Springer Nature and DAE are signed a transformative agreement. So this agreement allows more than 50 centers affiliated with the DAE to read and publish cold open access in Springer Nature 2000 plus hybrid journals. The TA will enhance the visibility and impact of Indian research, enabling participating institutions to combine journal subscription access with open access publication cost. Springer Nature is the first to sign such agreement with the publicly funded department in India, aiming to improve interdisciplinary research. So remember, Springer Nature is coming together with DAE, that is Department of Atomic Energy, to create open access principles and remove barriers in the dissemination of scholarly research for research purpose. Google launched Google Wallet for Android users in India. So basically, the Google has now launched the Google Wallet, a secure and private digital wallet for all Android users in India to store cards, passes, tickets, keys, and IDs. So if we talk about the counterpart of this type of application, in the government of India has already launched DigiLocker, and now Google is coming with the Google Wallet. Still, Google has another thing that is called Google Drive, but it can be Drive, as we know that it can be used for different type of things also. So now they have launched Google Wallet to store cards, passes, tickets, keys, and IDs. Google Wallet offers users a single organized locations for quick and easier access to the digital documents with QR codes. Google Wallet will not support payment related features, with Google Pay continuing to serve the payment need of users. So Google Pay is already there for the payment services. So please do not get confused with that. The app supports access to the digital documents from 20 Indian brands, including e-commerce platform, airlines, cinema, multiplex chains, and public transport services. So remember that Google now has launched a new particular application that is called Google Wallet. Also to add, the AI particularly launched by Google recently last year was Gemini. Batlipus Chandrayani, a new tardigrade species discovered from coast of Tamil Nadu, named after Chandrayaan 3 mission. So researchers from the Department of Marine Biology, Cochin University of Science and Tech in Kochi, Kerala, has discovered a new species of marine tardigrade named Bathylepis chandriani in the intertidal beach sediments at the Mandapam coast, Ramananthapuram, Tamil Nadu. So a new type of tardigrade species discovered from the coast of Tamil Nadu is named as Bathylepis chandriani. The species is named after Chandrayaan 3 mission and marks the 39th species described under Batlepus genus. Batlepus chandriani grows to the length of 0.15 millimeter and 0.04 millimeter in width with a trapezoid shaped head and four pair of legs with sharp tipped sensory spines. This is the third marine tardigrade species identified in Indian waters and the second found along the eastern coast. So remember, Batlepis chandriani, it has been discovered in Tamil Nadu. Recently, a new type of spider, lynx spider, was discovered. A green lynx spider was discovered in Rajasthan. A new type of eel was discovered in Odisha. A new type of ant, blue ant, was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh. And apart from all of them, a particular snake was discovered in West Himalaya, named after the Leonardo DiCaprio. ISRO develops semi-cryogenic engine using liquid oxygen kerosene. So ISRO is advancing the development of semi-cryogenic propulsion system. So cryogenic engines are basically those which you can see as a boosters that are added into the bottom of the rocket. So now they have created the semi-cryogenic propulsion system. The system is being developed by Liquid Propulsion System Center with support from other launch vehicle centers. It aims to enhance the payload capacity of launch vehicle Mark III and future launch vehicles. The engine uses a combination of liquid oxygen and kerosene, providing 2000 kN thrust. So remember that ISRO has launched a semi-cryogenic engine using liquid oxygen kerosene. Indian boxers clinches 43 medals at the ASBC Asian Under 22 and Youth Boxing Championship 2024. So recently, the Indian boxing team bagged a total of 43 medals at the Asian Boxing Confederation, Asian U22 and Youth Boxing Championship 2024, held in Astana, Kazakhstan from April 25 to 8th of May. Indian boxers secured 12 gold, 14 silver, 17 bronze medals from both the youth and under 22 categories, ranking second in the terms of medal count behind host Kazakhstan. Brijesh gave India its first gold medal in the youth category by defeating Tajikistan Muminov Muinkodja in the men's 48 kilogram final. Olympic boxer Preeti clinched a gold medal in under 22 category after defeating Kazakhstan's Bazarova Elena. So remember the name, Indian boxer. He clinches 43 medals at the ASBC Asian Under 22 and Youth Boxing Championship. Amul becomes the official sponsor of Sri Lanka men's cricket team for T20 World Cup. So recently Amul has sponsored USA, has sponsored South Africa, and now Amul is going to sponsor Sri Lankan cricket team for the T20 World Cup 2024. Sri Lankan cricket has announced Amul as the official sponsor of the Sri Lankan branding. To add to this, last year in Hangzhou Asian Games, Amul was also the sponsor of the Indian contingent during that particular games. The sponsorship is for the duration of ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024 to be held in USA and West Indies. Amul and Indian milk producer will support the team during the tournament. This partnership aims to enhance the visibility and support for Sri Lankan cricket. So remember, Sri Lanka has also been added under the sponsorship of Amul, other than USA and South Africa. Bajrang Punia provisionally suspended by wrestling authorities. So Indian wrestler Bajrang Punia has been provisionally suspended by the United World Wrestling. The suspension is effective from 31st December 2024. The National Anti-Doping Agency suspended Punia for refusing to provide a urine sample. What is a National Anti-Doping Agency? So basically all the sports persons, especially in the athletics who are particularly associated with the sports of Olympics, They have to provide samples so that they can check that if any kind of prohibited medicine the sports persons are using. Why this checking? Because sometimes the sports person they can use steroids, which will help in their in growing their efficiency, in growing their stamina, and some type of these type of medicines are being kind of a cheating into the games. So because of that, the WADA, World Anti-Doping Agency, and NADA, that is National Anti-Doping Agency, they have created a particular list, the medicines which cannot be used by an athlete. So now Bajrang Punia, he has refused to give the sample, and that is why he has been suspended from 31st December 2024. Suspension impacts Punia's participation in upcoming wrestling events. That means Olympic also. World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day. So, World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day observed on 8th of May to honor and thank the volunteers and staff of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement. The day celebrates the principle of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement. The theme for World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day 2024 is Keeping Humanity Alive. Observance was first celebrated on 8th May and became known as the World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day 1984. So remember, World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day is being observed on 8th of May. World Thalassemia Day. So International Thalassemia Day, also known as World Thalassemia Day, is observed on 8th of May. Awareness about thalassemia, an inherited blood disorder. The day celebrates the global thalassemia community and advocates for equitable healthcare access to diagnosis and therapies for people living with the conditions. The theme for 2024 is Empowering Lives, Embracing Progress, Equitable and Accessible Thalassemia Treatment for All. The observance was established by the Thalassemia International Federation in 1994 in memory of George Anglozos and son of TIF's president and founder Panos Anglozos. International Day of Argania. So International Day of Argania is celebrated on 10th May. The day honors the argan tree, an ancient species native to Morocco. Argan tree has been growing for about 80 million years and played a crucial role in the local economy and environment. And if we talk about more on this, so the celebration aims to raise awareness about the tree's benefits and the challenging its faces. So basically it is a species native to the Morocco, where you can find Morocco. Morocco is a country that you can find in Africa. And a famous Moroccan traveler came to India, that was Ibn Battuta. He came during the time of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the very famous king who was famously known as the wise and cool king. And if we talk about him, so his time period in Delhi Sultanate was from 1326 to 1351. And it was during his time the Moroccan traveler Ibn Battuta came. Ibn Battuta was also famous for writing a book known as Safarnama. Okay, so International Day of Argania is observed, and this particular species is found in Morocco. L&T elevates R. Shankar Raman as the president. Recently, just to add, L&T has recently got in collaboration with New Zealand to create an AI ecosystem, a University of New Zealand. R. Shankar Raman, currently the whole-time director and CFO of L&T, has been promoted to the president. Despite the promotion, Raman will continue his role as a whole-time director and CFO. This elevation is the part of L&T's strategic leadership restructuring. Raman's extensive experience is expected to drive the company's growth further. So remember, L&T elevates the R. Shankar Raman as the president. SBI General Insurance appoints Jaya Tripathi as the head of the key relationship group. So SBI General Insurance appointed Jaya Tripathi as the head of the key relationship group. Tripathi will focus on expanding new business opportunities and partnerships. She will also drive sales team growth and deepen partner relationships. Her role aims to enhance the company's profitability and market presence. So remember, SBI General Insurance appoints Jaya Tripathi as the head of the key relations group. India overtakes Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator. So recently we got to know that in the terms of environment index, India was doing very bad as it was ranked 176 out of 180 countries. But on the other side, we can see that India overtakes Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator. So, Global Electricity Review 2024 by Amber India surpassed India in Japan from Japan in 2023 to become world's third largest producer of solar power, generating 113 terawatt hour compared to Japan's 110 terawatt hour. India's solar generation increased 17 times from 0.5% in 2015 to 5.8% in 2023. That is also because the International Solar Alliance was started in 2015 with the help of France, and it was headquartered in Gurugram. Recently, 101st country that has joined ISA was Nepal, with wind generation also increasing from 2.5% to 4.2%, especially the wind in the wind sector, the wind energy sector. Tamil Nadu and Gujarat are doing really great. India witnessed the world's fourth largest increase in solar power generation in 2023, following China, United States, and Brazil. Despite having 18% of its installed electricity capacity from solar power, only 6.66% of actual production came from the solar as of May 2024. So remember that India overtakes Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator. Sahitya Academy Award winning Urdu literature Salman bin Raja passed away. So renowned Urdu literature Sahitya Academy Award winner Sheikh Abdul Salam Abdul Razak, known by his pen name Salami bin Razak, passed away at the age of 83. Born in 1941 in Panvel, Raigad district, Maharashtra, he published his first short story in the literary magazine Shair in 1962. He wrote three collections of short stories, two in Urdu and one in Hindi, translated Marathi fiction into Urdu. Over 4 dozens of his stories have been broadcast on All India Radio, and more than a dozen are included in the syllabus of school, college, and university students. So remember, Sahitya Academy Award winning Urdu literature Salam bin Razak. Pawan Sindhi honored with the Global Pride of Sindhi Award. So Pawan Sindhi received the Global Pride of Sindhi Award 2024. The award ceremony was attended by esteemed saints, Mahatmas, and Sadhus. Mr. Sindhi was recognized for his remarkable contribution to the society. The award celebrates his dedication to serve humanity. To add to this, recently, Bhavi Mehta, remember the name? She also got the prestigious award to have the book cover of a prestigious award, and for particularly creating the book cover of the book Beautiful. So let's revise that what we have learned so far. So first of all, Climeworks opened world's largest DAC plus S plant Mammoth in Iceland. It is the second DAC plus S plant after one was opened in 2021. India contributes $5 lakh to UN Trust Fund for Counter-Terrorism. Mumbai, Delhi among 50 wealthiest cities in the world, Henley and partners. India's first commercial utility scale BESS project received regulatory approval. Pusitia, new green lynx spider discovered from Rajasthan. Pirul Lao Paisa Pao campaign to combat forest fires started in Uttarakhand. ICG, Indian Coast Guard, and GSP, Jindal Steel, signed MOU to enhance indigenous content in shipbuilding. Yes Bank partnered with eBanks to empower cross-border commerce in India. NPCI issues guidelines for merchant acquisition on Bhim Aadhaar Pay. SEBI mandates standardized periodic reporting for investment advisors. South India Bank signed MOU with the Northern Arc Capital to set new benchmarks in the financial sector. Sri Lanka inks 20-year power purchase deal with Adani Green Energy. RBI GSEC buyback results and market dynamics. Enhancing global commerce opportunities, Yes Bank and eBanks partnership. SBI Quarter 4 report highlights strong performance and improved asset quality. India's fiscal update 2023-2024 deficit and revenue surge. IREDA established subsidiary in GIFT City, Gujarat. Bharti Enterprises sells ICICI Lombard shares for 663 crores. Spring Nature DAE signed a transformative agreement to drive open research. Google launched Google Wallet for Android users in India. Batlipus chandriani, a new tardigrade species discovered in Tamil Nadu, named after Chandrayaan 3 mission. ISRO developed semi-cryogenic engine using liquid oxygen kerosene. Indian boxers clinches 43 medals at the ASBC Asian U22 and Youth Boxing Championship. Amul becomes the official sponsor of Sri Lankan men's cricket team. Bajrang Punia provisionally suspended by wrestling authorities. World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day, May 8. World Thalassemia Day, May 8. International Day of Argania, observed on 10th of May. L&T elevates R. Shankar Raman as the president. RBI General Insurance appoints Jaya Tripathi as the head of the key relationship group. India overtakes Japan to become the world's third largest solar power generator. Sahitya Academy Award winning Urdu literature Salam bin Razak passed away. Pawan Sindhi honored with the Global Pride of Sindhi Award 2024. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things in this session. We will discuss once again in the next session some more current affairs. Until then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.